Today, there is no greater threat to our planet than climate change.
President Obama and the majority of the scientific community are saying that the Earth's climate is changing, which is causing the polar ice caps to melt and sea level to rise. Already, the coastlines of islands are starting to disappear, and water is being pumped from the streets of Miami.
You probably think most of these climate-changing greenhouse gas emissions come from power plants and cars, which is true, but a lot also come from here, farms, but more specifically, cattle. Hopefully you've tried to reduce your carbon footprint by turning off the lights, taking shorter showers, and driving your car less. But reducing your consumption of beef will do more than all of these combined. Producing beef is one of the worst uses of resources on the planet. Producing 1 kilogram of beef uses the same amount of energy as leaving a light bulb on for 20 days, as much water as taking a shower for 32 hours, and releases the same amount of emissions as driving a car 150 miles. Most of the water and energy used comes from the tremendous amount of land needed for cattle. In the United States, around 30% of our land is used to produce feed for cattle. This means 1 kilogram of beef requires 15,400 gallons of water and 169 megajoules of energy to produce. But the emissions come from when the cow eats the feed. When they eat, the process of digestion releases methane, a lot of methane. To produce 1 kilogram of beef, 1.5 kilograms of methane is released through their mouth. But methane is much more potent than carbon dioxide. 1 molecule of methane has the same effect as 23 molecules of CO2. That means to produce 1 kilogram of beef, the equivalent of 34.6 kilograms is released in carbon emissions.
34.6 kilograms of carbon dioxide is enough to fill 9,500 2-liter bottles.
Instead of eating beef, you don't necessarily have to go vegan or vegetarian. Eat chicken, which emits 7 times less, uses 20% the land, and uses 1/5 the water. Or pork, which emits 5 times less and requires 1/3 the amount of water. If everyone stopped eating beef in the United States, it would be like taking every car off the road. Calling for a complete stop is unrealistic, but if everyone ate half as much as they do now, it would be like taking every plane, train, and boat in the United States out of commission. But if you stop eating beef, will it have negative health consequences? Eating beef has been associated with Alzheimer's, cardiovascular disease, colon cancer, type 2 diabetes, mad cow disease, and heart disease. In addition, according to a 15-year study from Oxford University, meat eaters are twice as likely to die from heart disease, have a 60% greater risk of dying from cancer, and a 30% higher risk of death from other causes. Not only is eating less beef healthier for you and better for the environment, but it's cheaper too. A cut of beef is much more expensive than an equivalent cut of chicken or pork. And next time you go to Chipotle, getting the chicken is $1 cheaper than getting the steak. Making the choice to not eat beef even just every other day would have a huge impact. As Gandhi says, be the change that you wish to see in the world. And when it comes to the environment, it is going to take everyone working together. Start today by changing your diet.